Live from Doylestown, Pennsylvania, this is week 8 of the GSL Game of the Week. We had a busy week in the GSL with 2 blockbusting deals, and I'll be interested to see how these trades work out for each team involved. Now, let's get to this week's matchup. And in this week's matchup, we've got a battle of the powerhouses as the Denrado Trig takes on the Steel City Chulusions. The Denrado Trig is already off to a hot start this week with a 30-point outing by the GOAT, Tom Brady. I think the only weak spot on his team this week is his flex play with Melvin Gordon. After taking part in a blockbusting deal with Coach Bone, the Steel City Chulusions acquired AJ Green, and I think that he could be the difference maker in this week's Game of the Week. Now, before we get to my concluding remarks, we've got a special segment this week called Coach Mick's Picks.
I would first like to say thank you, Commish, as it is a privilege to be joining the show. The first matchup I'm looking at here is Vince Young's Steakhouse versus the Stewarts. I'm going to go with the Stewarts, as I don't see Bone lighting up anything today except for maybe some cake. Next up, I got Bone's Waiver Budget versus Dirty Mike and the boys. And you know what? I'm going to go with Coach Monty, as the hot streak at the bars in Doylestown and the rat houses has to translate to the field at some point. The London Silly Nannies versus the Wade Brigade. I'm going to have to go with the London Silly Nannies here and Coach Chase, because Coach Wade, I've heard way too much about Des Bryant this week, and he's coming off a pretty bad injury, so I don't think he's going to have the impact that you're expecting. As for the Game of the Week, the Trig versus the Chulusions, you know what they say, you gotta beat the king to be the king. And I see Coach Pan establishing himself as the new GSL power. Wham Slam Graham versus Team Sit on My Face. This one's a no-brainer to me. Who doesn't love getting their face sat on? I'll take Coach Matt's squad. Last and surely not least, Team Fletcher Big Cox against yours truly, Side Booby Dixon. As always, I guarantee victory against that chump, Coach Cash. And this trouncing will spark and ignite the comeback for Side Booby Dixon this season.
Thanks, Coach Mick, for breaking down this week's games. And I'm going to have to agree with you that the Denrado Trig will be victorious this week. As always, best of luck to all teams this week. Enjoy the Sunday games, and I'll see you on the field.